Speed has never killed anyone.
Welcome back, folks. This is Monocoque and let's get right into the video. So, as you know, we always start with the blueprint. Why? Because that's how I actually plan things. Normally, other people are like, oh, I'm gonna paste this, print this. Nah, me, I draw it. So, let's start off with the monocoque and the plywood plank. So, normally, no one starts off with the plywood plank. I started it off because I need a base. I can't just make the carbon fiber monocoque, the strongest part of the build, or even the car initially, because I need to start somewhere. I didn't know how to make the monocoque, so I started with the plywood plank as the base. So every part of my car is based on that plywood plank. So after that, as you can see, I'm just shaping the plywood plank out so it actually looks like the actual plywood plank you would see on the underside of the car. Next, what I'm doing is I'm adding the flooring next to the plywood plank so I can make the base, the flooring base for the monocoque. The monocoque is something made out of carbon fiber. So basically carbon fiber molded in a specific mold, obviously molded into the shape, and it is the hardest, strongest structure in the car. It is so strong that they even added the halo, I think 3 years back. So 3 years back, the halo was added. So when the car is turned over, it prevents, or it actually helps, saves the driver from getting his head crushed in. So that is the halo. The whole monocoque, including the halo, is made out of carbon fiber, reinforced carbon fiber. As you can see, layers, I used layers and layers in order to make the strongest build for my monocoque. And as you can see, currently it's detached from the lower portion, so the plywood plank, I've detached it. And next, I did attach it later. Next, what I'm actually building is the side pods. So the side pods, as you can see, I'm showing you the shape, that's how it should be. But the side pods need to be hollow in this point since they have the coolers and the radiators for the engine. So I made the monocoque have hollow pieces because after, in the next step, I will obviously add the side pods and the flooring, the aero flooring. So currently, you can see all the portions added, and now you can see I've made it so you can detach the floor. But initially I was trying to be like, oh, maybe I should make each of the pieces. As you can see on the screen, the pop-ups, I was going to make them individually and build it together, but there was an issue. The car is going to be super unstable, so I scrapped that idea and I went with the progressive build. As you can see, I'm going to attach the flooring permanently to the monocoque and the plywood plank. That is what I did here, and then I added the side pods. I completed the side pods, so the whole thing looks like one giant piece. That is what I did. You might be asking, okay, what's next? Obviously, it's going to be the flooring. So the side pods and the flooring is what I did. The flooring, I added all the aero pieces, all the blades in the front, normally to direct the air so it's more aerodynamic. And then I actually ripped out the halo, the old halo, and the engine intake portion of the monocoque and replaced it. And as you can see, now we are moving to the rear diffuser and the engine. So initially I'm going to extend the rear side of the monocoque so it becomes the diffuser. What you see now is me just showing you how flush and straight it is on the underside because I had to cut it separately to make it this way. As you can see now, I added the brake light portion, you know, the one that protrudes from the rear diffuser. After that, what I'm going to do is add the exhaust pipe. So the exhaust pipe is actually free falling, or freely, it's not attached to anything except the lower portion of the diffuser. So I actually mimicked that with super glue, my bad, but still I did it. So after that, it's the engine cover. You can't just attach the engine cover initially. See on the blueprint, this is the engine cover. So what I wanted to do is I made it individually, so it's like a piece I could take off. As you can see, I am going to take it off in a bit, and boom, it's completely separate for now, because later I will attach it. So once you attach it and I smooth it out and flush it out, it's going to be looking perfect. It's going to look like it should be there. So you might think, oh, something's missing. Where's the arrow around the portions, like around the intakes or the side mirrors? Those, don't worry, they will be there eventually, well, in the details part. Next, we went along with the front wing and the rear wing. I might have gotten slightly carried off by making the nose, didn't record that. I went along with the front wing instantly. So I was in the mood, I was in the game. I was like, okay, I'll make this. And so I added more arrow to the front. So as you can see, the side pieces, I can't remember the technical name, so pardon me there. So the front wing is complete. Now the rear wing, same thing. I forgot to record even the instances, so I just made it in one go. So this rear wing had 7 parts, so 4 each on the bottom, the side pieces 2, that's 4, 5, 6. The actual spoiler is 2 pieces, because one is actually alternate it for during races, and the final portion was attaching the vertical piece from the body to the rear wing. Now I am looking at the disc brakes for the car, the front disc brakes. So I actually attached it separately. The suspension and the disc brakes are going to be attached separately. So as you can see small strips. Those are going to be attached to the front of the nose, and then the discs are going to be attached to the strips. So as you can see, that's what I did. Next is the rear suspension and rear discs. So same thing, attaching the strips to the body and the disc to the strips. That's how I got here. So it's not exactly, oh, you might be thinking, oh, it looks good. It's not finished. And as you can see now, like you thought before, the aero, the details are added. I added the front, as you can see, I added the side mirrors, the engine intakes aero. I added some extensions to the rear, the aero on the engine cover. I added the noses in aero. I made it so it looks flush. I didn't actually do the custom build as Max, as you know, our Maxi has 2 pieces of aero attached in between the front nose aero and the front wing. I didn't add that because I just didn't want to. Now we can move on to the wheels. The wheels were easy. I'm joking. It took way too many paper. And as you can see, as one of my friends actually requested, working wheels. There you go. Leave me alone. So working wheels. Actually, it was more fun than annoying. And all of that is complete, even though in the final product it's not exactly like that. So now that every portion of the building phase is complete, we can move on to the painting phase. So the painting phase, what are the main 2 paints? Obviously royal blue, the navy blue, and just black. Black for the carbon fiber. So as you can see, there's pencil lines on the body, so I can actually separate the navy blue and the black or carbon in this option. So initially I'm gonna apply the navy blue paint job. As you can see, this is all there is. Can you see that? This is all the blue on the car. Everything else is either red, yellow, or black, like carbon fiber. Just think about how much carbon fiber is on the car. It's mind-boggling. So we can now move on to the black color. As you can see, I've added the yellow. I wanted it to be golden, but I didn't have that color. So black, complete. Adding the yellow, complete. Now we can move on to the sponsors. What are the sponsors on the actual Red Bull car? So obviously the Red Bull Racing logos. So I'm just showing off where I'm going to attach the next sponsor portions part. So we can move on to the major portion of the sponsors. The Red Bull Racing. I added the number one on the nose, the two bulls, the Red Bulls on the engine cover, and the single Red Bull on the nose. So there is actually HRC and the Red Bull small logo on the front of the nose. And now I'm just showing you how do I make the stickers. Well, it's just gel pens and I'm just gonna draw it on the paper. That's how I make these sponsors. I actually had to draw it, color it in, cut it out, and paste it on the car, and try to make it so it looks realistic and it's meant to be there. And there we go. This is the current build. It took me too long. Actually, it took me like a full-on day. Did it take me a day? It did take me a day. It took me a full-on day to just make everything for these sponsors. You get to enjoy all my cinematic shots. And I will just shut up straight up. Thank you guys for watching, and this was one hell of a journey. Honestly guys, if you want more of this stuff, just comment down below, like, drop a sub, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.